my name is Rachel. I'm going to teach you a class that offers a lot of variety, starts on the box and ends in foot straps, but also has standing mark. So let's start with one spring. If you're doing colored springs from Balance Body, then it's going to be one red. So we're going to put the feet in the straps, and it's a light enough spring that we can feel that the carriage could push out. So instead, we're going to head carriage in with heels dragging into sits bones and sitting bones dragging towards heels, and reach the arms forward with chest upright, breathing into middle of the back. So avoiding the shoulders leading the movement, but instead tailbone sliding under. Squeeze belly off of knees and relax the thighs to deepen the ab work, and then slowly return, rooting the sits bones up. Avoid the temptation to go back further. Instead, pull belly down to touch sacrum and spread it into the box heavy while tailbone stays long. And then feet stay relaxed, thighs stay relaxed. We're not pulling up with our legs, we're deepening with our abs. So just doing one more, and little pulses. Purposely drawing belly up and into the waistband and pulling ribs in, scooping through the waist and avoiding the pull from the legs, but instead drifting belly in so that thighs keep resting, legs feel long, release. And then come up, there's a reach and crown of the head. We're in a twist, making sure that our hands aren't passing chest, but chest is right center, and that knees stack up. We could squeeze a brick between our thighs, between our knees. And then sliding tailbone under, feeling that sacrum spread broad, and then come back up. We have three more. So exhale, tailbone curls under. Inhale, fill the entirety of mid-back to return. Two more. Exhale, belly squeezes. Both legs are feeling even. There's not one more bent or knees are staying stacked. Last one. And we're going to go into pulses. So chest is still broad between the hands, and a softer movement, no jerks in those pulses. So making sure that belly's drifting in, shoulders are relaxing, and then coming all the way up. Just finishing on the other side. So twist, knees are stacked, tailbone slides under, chest is right in the center of the hands, we're not lopsided, and then slowly coming up, rooting through the sits bones. Let's do three more, and then return. This is our warm-up for class because it's deepening our core work. It's making us aware of those subtle differences in our alignment, making sure that it's really a twist in our spine, not just crossing our arms across the chest. And then we're going to do one more. Let's do pulses for 3, 2, really feeling that squeeze through the waist. Chest feels light, head is floating, 1, and come back up. So turning the box long. So we're going to start facing the bar with some extension in our spine. We've warmed up our core, and now right away moving into extension. Chest all the way off of the box and stretching the legs long to push the carriage out. Feeling those kneecaps firm up the thighs. And then just barely tipping the chest, feeling that lean forward of the chest to tip up while legs stretch and kneecaps firm up the thighs. Legs stretch more to soften shoulders away from ears as we dip in. So chest just barely dipping up, stopping the movement from going any further than that. So ribs knitting as we tip forward, ribs knitting, legs stretching as we return. So now going further, the chest tipping up, belly squeezes more, ribs knit, and that softening of the shoulders as legs stretch. So a few more. Chest tips, belly squeezes, fronts of the thighs presented into the mat, and then a squeeze that feels like squeezing tissue between the legs to go back out. Okay, taking this even further. Chest tips, belly squeezes, then tipping the gaze up from center of the chest, lifting. and then return. So it's just bigger range of motion, moving through points of control. So first the chest tipping, ribs knitting, belly squeezing, lift and gaze as chest lifts forward, shoulder blades pour down the back and legs are still stretched. Last one. And then return. And then coming all the way in and coming off of the box. So next, I'm gonna go into a figure 4 stretch. So hopping the back leg enough that we can find ball of the foot, and then instead of resting down, using that press in the big toes to lower the heel, lift the heel, and then lean forward for a stretch in figure 4, stretching the spine straight as an arrow through center of the box, and then leaning forward to come up. We're going to do one more. Chest leaning forward, just getting a nice little stretch, shoulders relaxed, sign the shoulders, and then come back up. Okay, so as we've warmed up with core work, then we move through extension pretty controlled because we started with small bits of movement and gradually let them get bigger. And then we're just warming up with the stretch. Typically hips are tight, especially in this figure 4, so it's nice to kind of address it right away. Body just a little bit warmer. So we're going to lean forward, ball of the foot is spreading behind us, being straight as an arrow, feeling that back leg long, shoulders broad, relax, and then when ready, coming back up. And then last one, just laying the chest and heart forward, getting a nice little stretch. And when ready, come back up. So now we're going to stand behind the reformer. So let me just move the camera just slightly because we're going to be using the back end of the reformer quite a bit. So that looks like it will